And I just got to a point where I thought, do you know what, I'm not enjoying this anymore. And then it just makes you then think, if I'm not enjoying this, well, what do I do? What are my options?
When you have a company the size that we did, your staff are like your extended family. I found it hard to think about what would happen to them, how they would all feel about this. It was a massive part of my anxieties about selling the business.
And so for me, it was a very, very emotional roller coaster, highs, lows. But I suppose importantly, just knowing that we were in safe hands, I think I took a lot of comfort from that. I'd worked long and hard within the business, and Lou had for 20 plus years. And I just found really the frustrations of us not being able to take the business where it could go. My dilemma was that Lou was in a very different place to me.
Yeah, I wasn't happy at all when Paul first suggested that we should sell the business. You do lose sight of your relationship outside of work. Once I realised what we could have and what we've got around us, my focus really changed, and my thoughts about the sale of the business really did change at that point.
Since the business was first started, it was pretty much a given that we would, when the time was right, sell the business and do that using our accountants. That sort of mindset changed quite dynamically when I spoke to a friend of mine who had sold his business about a year previous. He had used the Entrepreneurs Hub. He spoke really highly of them. So we had then 3 sales pitches that we sat through: the Entrepreneurs Hub, our accountants, and this third chap. But for us, we just got a sense that the Entrepreneurs Hub were just so polished. Once we sat down and they showed us what they do and how they do it, it really was just, a no-brainer. They just were very relaxed about the process, weren't they?
Yeah, and our accountants were very mechanical. It was, this was very business orientated, and this was the process we were going to go through, and we could be done and dusted in X amount of months. And if you're not ready for that, that's the last thing that you want to hear. And
I think certainly that was what won your heart and mind over there.
Definitely.
Their soft skills around Lou's situation and how she felt was very important.
It just seemed we were just getting to the end of closing the deal, and we just seemed to have one thing after the other go wrong within the business. But, EH were brilliant, Andrew was brilliant, and took us through that whole process, and we did actually kind of take a bit of a step back and halt the process for a bit.
The further you get into that journey, the deeper you appreciate these people behind the scenes. Previously, I'd always had this notion that maybe it was something that I could do myself. They have this length and breadth of expertise, people that are beavering away in the background, working on things that, if we'd have tried to do that ourselves, we would never have had the time. And certainly with the preparation that we did with Andrew and Malcolm and their team, we just really felt massively assured that our business was in safe hands and that all our hard work was ultimately going to be rewarded, and maximise that opportunity and that potential. We had people that we definitely knew were going to come to the party, but I think where the Entrepreneurs Hub really did excel was that they made that a very competitive arena. They put together this list of potential targets, in excess of 150 potential companies, which we had a look at and work with them on. We whittled that down to, I think it was about 30 or 40 companies that would receive our information memorandum. What a great problem to have, that you've got too many people that are interested in buying your business. And a lot of that was down to EH and their researchers.
So it enabled us to really look at the best fit for the company as well as ourselves. If I could give one piece of advice to anyone who's looking to sell their business, it would be to think very carefully about who you're going to work with and who you're going to use, because EH have made a massive difference to us in this whole process. Just the choices that we're going to have available to us now. We love travelling. It's just exciting. The future is exciting.
I can't wait to become a grandfather, and that whole chapter is something that I'm really looking forward to. We're just so glad that we used the Entrepreneurs Hub.
We now know that we have the perfect home for Fire Action, and that we have the time to enjoy ourselves and have the freedom to do the things that we want to do.